Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing very well. So today we are going to discuss continuous statements in Python. Now, what is continuous statements? So we are inside a loop and if there is a continuous statement it is used, so that means for that current execution, after the continuous statements, the rest of the code will be skipped. So let us understand this through some examples. Let us go to the Visual Studio Code and try to run this program. First make the correct indentation. Now here for num in range 1 to 11. So for this range, if num modulus 2 is equal to 0, that means if num is divided by 2 and the remainder is 0, so in that case it will skip this current iteration and it will not print the num. Otherwise it will print the num value. So let us run this code first. Now here you can see that for if num is divisible by 2 and the remainder is 0, so in that case it is not printing the value of num, else it is printing. For example, for range 1 to 11 it will go from 1 to 10. For first the value of num will be 1. 1 divisible by 2, this is not correct. So we will go to the continue this statement. So this will print here 1. Now if now in this case, the value of num will be 2 and 2 is divisible by 2. Now it will enter, it will see here that this is continuous statement. And what is the use of continue? It will skip this iteration. So it will skip this iteration, the rest of the code, that means the print statement it will execute and it will move forward. Now the value of num will be 3 and 3 is not divisible by 2, so this continuous statement will not execute and control will reach to print, so it will print 3 here you can see. Now the value of num is 4 and 4 is divisible by 2, so if condition is true, so it will enter into if condition and it will see here continuous statement. Now continue will skip this iteration, the rest of the code, and it will go again here. Now num will be 5 and 5 is not divisible by 2, so condition is not true, so that means continue will not execute and the control will reach to print statement and here it will print the value of num, that will be 5. So in this way it will print here 1 3 5 7 and 9. Now let us try to run some more statements. First let me correct the indentation here. Now here what will it will do, I in Python programming, so I will point to p then y then t and so on. It will point to each variable one by one, and if I is equal to o, whenever it is equal to o, so the continue will execute and it will uh, bypass this print statement, and in that case the value of I will not be printed, and in other cases the value of I will be printed. So let us try to run this code first. Let me clear the screen using CLS. So here you can see that if the value of I is equal to O, so in that case the continue will execute, and what it will do, it will bypass all the statements for that current execution, so it will not print I here. Now let us understand it. First I will point to P. So if P is equal to O, this is not true, condition will not execute and it will print P. Now I will point to Y. If Y equal to O, that is not correct, so continue will not execute and it will print I. So that means it will print Y. Now I will print to point to T. So t is not equal to O, so continue will not execute and it will print the value of I, that is t. Here you can see t is printed. Similarly, h will be printed now when I point to O. So O will be equal to O. So continue will execute and what it will do? It will escape this print statement. So O will not be printed. And similarly, it will print to point, I will point to N and so on. So it will print all other characters except O. Now let us try to understand it through some more programming statements. Let me first correct the indentation here. So if will be inside for and continue will be inside if, and let me correct the indentation of print. Okay, so now we have number variables and it is a kind of list. So whatever is inside square brackets, this is called list. Now we have inside list 10, minus 3, minus 5, 7. And now we are using the for loop. We are iterating through this list. And if I is less than 0, we are executing continue. That means if it is negative number, so we are not printing it. Now let us run this code. So here you can see 10, 5, 7 is printed. Negative numbers are not printed. Now let me try to explain it. First numbers will point to 10. So sorry, first I will point to 10. So 10 is less than 0. This is not correct. Continue will not execute and it will print the value on the 10. Now I will point to minus 3. Minus 3 is less than 0. Condition true. So continue will execute and whenever continue will execute, the rest of the statement will not execute. So minus 3 will not printed. Here you can see. Now I will point to 5. Now 5 is less than 0. This is not correct. So continue will not execute. If continue doesn't execute, then rest of the code will execute. That means it will print the value of 5, which is currently 5. So you can see 5 is printed. Similarly, minus 8 will not printed and 7 will be printed on. Now let us try to understand this program as well. Let's correct the indentation first. So what it is doing, we have a variable words and it is a kind of list and it is storing these strings. So for word in words, if word equal to empty string, so it will execute continuous. So what this program will do, whenever uh, it will find some empty string. So in that case, it will not print. Otherwise, it will print. So it will print apple, banana, and cherry. Let us try to run this code and see what is the output. So you can see apple, banana, cherry. Let me try to explain it. First word will point to apple. So if apple is equal to empty, this is not correct. So continue will not execute and will print the value of word, which is currently apple. Now word will point to empty space. So this condition will be true. Now continue will execute and when continue execute, so the rest of the statement will not execute. So this will not print the empty string. Here you can see here empty string is not printed. Now word will point to banana and banana is not equal to empty string. So continue will not execute and this print will execute then and we will print the value of word which is currently banana. Similarly, cherry will be printed and this empty string will not be printed. So I hope guys you like this video and you are able to understand the continuous statements. If you have any questions or doubts, you can write down in the comment section. And please also do like, share, and subscribe my channel. So it will give me motivation to make more such useful videos. Also, you can visit my Tech Hub blog, and I will give the link of this page in the description so you can find out this cheat sheet and you can try to execute these examples. Thank you.